Welcome back to 21 Days of Coding Challenge AL Programming Bootcamp. We are in day 15, loops or repetitive statements in AL programming. So why should we use loops? So loops or repetitive statement is used to execute a block of code repeatedly until a certain condition is met. So these statements are crucial for tasks that require iterations, such as processing item in a list or repeating operations until a condition is met. So if you want to iterate through something or if you want to repeat something again and again, you will be using this list. You will be using the repetitive statements. So there are various types of repetitive statements in Business Central. So what are they? One is a for loop. Okay, for is a repetitive statement, and second one is for each is a repetitive statement, and then we are having while in repetitive statement, okay, as a repetitive statement, and repeat until. Okay, so repeat until is a repeat. So we have four types of repetitive statements in Business Central. Okay, so each has its own functionalities and each has its own uniqueness. For example, if you wanted to use for is specifically used to execute a block of code a specific number of times. So when you know that you wanted to repeat this particular block for 5 times, or if you wanted to repeat a particular block of code for 10 times or even 100 times, which means that you know in advance how many times you need to repeat the block of code, then you have to go with for loop. Okay, if you know the number of iterations, whereas the for each, okay, if you take for each as an example, so it is over an element. Okay, it will work only on the collections of element, collections in the sense array, list and dictionary. So we have already learned about dictionary in the previous day, like I think you can go and check on day 9, which we discussed about list and dictionary. So if you want to work on the collection, okay, process on collections like list, dictionary or arrays, okay, then you have to use for each. For each will work with the collections, whereas you have while, it will execute a block of code as long as a specific condition is met. Okay, so useful, this is useful when you want to repeat a block of code but the number of iterations is not known. Okay, so you don't know how many times the iteration will go on, but you want to specify a specific condition where until that condition is met the iteration should go on. Then you can go with what, a while. And repeat until is what the another type of condition. Okay, so similar to the while loop, but the code block is guaranteed to run at least once because the condition is checked after the code block exits. Okay, so this way usually the while statement we call it as a entry control. Okay, precondition or entry control statement, entry control. Whereas the control loop, whereas the repeat until is like post condition or exit control. So the condition is met after executing something. Okay, so I have, as I told, like I'll be creating a document for all the things. So here you can see this is a document which I have created specifically for the members of the channel. So you can see here that for I have created a table like structure, like when to use it, how it is behaved and everything here. So you can see where I'm still in editing process, like I'll be adding the exercises as well under each day. Okay, you can see here that under each day I'll be creating so each day I'll be creating an exercise. So here in the left side you can see that for all the 21 days I am creating the document, and for every day there will be an exercise and references as well. Okay, so I'll add that, and sure I'll be giving you as a new year gift. Okay, so those the members, those who want this document, please send me a mail. You know my mail ID which is there in the community post. You can check that and send a mail to me. Okay, so this is how you can create a condition, okay, that is a looping statement, and where you can execute it. Okay, so it is very simple as we do. Okay, so for example I'm just creating a simple loop, okay, that is for loop. So you can create the loop in any page. Okay, so you can create the loop anywhere. 116. probably. Yeah. So here, loop. I'm just looping statements. I'm just going with a looping statement, and I'm not giving any source table. And I'm just commenting this layout. Okay, and I'm coming down to the variables. Okay, let us go with the action. So in the action, I'm just creating a variable, and I'm just making customer record. Okay, and I'm making a custom. So what happens, this record is a data type which is used to store the complete data, that is a complete column or your complete field from the customer to the customer record. Okay, so I'm just storing that here. And what I'm going to do is for I is colon equal to 1. So colon equal to is used to uh, used to assign the value. Okay, sorry, it is used to assign the value and begin. So what I'm going to write is what okay, so I have to assign the int as well, I colon int. Okay, so I'm just going to add the value here, code here, for I is equal to customer record dot find first. Okay, so find first, and then I'm just ending it here. Okay, if you wanted to add more process into it, you can also add. So it is just finding the first record, and message you can make it as message and customer record dot name. So you see, so you're trying to print some name here. Okay, so this is what the simple for loop will do. It will go and check for that. It will check for the first 10 first to 10, and whenever it finds the first value, it will just print the name of that thing. Okay, this loop will iterate exactly 10 times regardless of the table content. Though your table is having only one record or 100 records, so it will just check for 10 times. Okay, likewise you can use the for each only if it is having the collections. Okay, so the collections only, it will work based on the collections. So this is a simple thing which I have showed it to you. So this is all about your looping statements. So what do you have to do, the today's exercise is what I have already discussed about this repetitive statement here. So what is the repetitive statement, and each and every repetitive statement, like what is a for each loop. Okay, and here you can see while and repeat until. So all these types of repetitive statements I have already discussed from 91 to 93 video in my playlist. Please go and watch that fast. Okay, and I'll be sharing a exercise in the blog. You can just go through that exercise and do it. Okay, so what you should know is what you should first understand, though this complete boot camp is about what is the concept, why do we need that concept, and I'll be giving you a simple example. So based on that example, you will be building much better thing. Okay, so since we are in intermediate level of understand learning AL programming, so of course everything you can learn it only you practice it. That is why the main aim of here is to give you more practice. Spend some time here and learn about all these things. And here I have discussed with an example for each and everything. Please go and watch this. If you have any queries, please leave your queries in the comment. I'll be there to help you out. And if you want to join as a member in my channel, and where you will be getting access to the mind maps, documents, interview questions and everything, you can just click here to join. And yes, of course, I have already given the link to join in the description, so please go and watch that. Please go and click that to join here. Thank you, take care, bye bye. That's all for the today's session. So tomorrow we will discuss about the triggers, and further days, please join with me to learn more. Thank you, take care.